How can you define a school that for the past 50 years has defied definition? A school where the leaving certificate doesn't mean you've left the school behind. A school that doesn't have past parents or former teachers. A school that doesn't have retired founders or ex-students. Because no one is ever ex-BIS. Because our founders shared a dream, and their dream has been our constant source of inspiration.
Everyone thinks we started this school in a building with teachers and so forth. Actually, the school came into being at a waffle party at my house on Woodhouse Road.
It was one of its kind in those days.
With the courage of the founders and their vision. I didn't know of any other school that started in this way. They're so bold in embarking on this experiment.
Once I got to know how BIS works, I thought it was the most fantastic idea.
So we make our students remember they are children first, not backbenchers or toppers.
BIS special because it was like a second home.
What makes BIS unique is being close-knit.
From the very basic nursery to the final, they knew everyone. So that's a beautiful thing to come in contact, know each one, and then study there.
Whole atmosphere was like a family.
It's sort of more like a family rather than a school.
Your relationships are, stronger, closer. You've been through, things together.
Small structure, the familiarity, intimacy.
The teachers are more like parents away from home.
A very supportive family.
And none of them are encouraged to be mindless stereotypes. After all, it is the parents who founded the school. And how can you ask a parent to love one child more than the other?
Parent participation. It can be a pain in the neck, believe me. But in general, the concern and the involvement of parents in their children's education is a very good thing.
Every parent comes with his or her own expertise, so then the children get so much more.
And I would say that because of this structure, BIS is also very amorphous and it kind of takes its shape depending upon the parents. So with each decade and generation, BIS just changes and flowers and becomes a different structure. So there's no rigid structure.
I must tell you, Bablu Sen cooked the first lunch. We had rice and dal and a banana. It's the best rice and dal I ever had in my life.
We believe children must question everything, and that includes teachers. We never discipline our children, nor do we demand their respect, which is probably why we earn it anyway.
The very senior teacher who was there for physics, he had told me, "My dear, you're not here only to teach, you're here to be mother, father, grandfather, whatever they want them to be for you."
Teachers are given freedom to innovate, experiment, and use different methods which make learning more fun.
The effort is to educate children, not to pass tests.
Rather than use the word teaching, they impart.
So they were always teaching us about life rather than about schooling.
It's more an interactive form of teaching and learning rather than a one-way street.
One of the most important reasons is that the children would be given freedom, which I always wanted children to have.
We believe nothing is cast in iron, not even textbooks, because we believe in preparing students for life, not just an exam. After all, Generosity, sociability, leadership, participation, and punctuality are far more important than topping an exam by rote.
BIS children have a tika on their head.
When you're 18, it's okay to deal with the cutthroat environment. While you're here, why should you not be nurtured as a child? I mean, children need to be nurtured. And this is definitely a very nurturing environment.
You can always make out that this person is a BIS student.
Confident, more worldly, be able to manage different people of different backgrounds. And this is something very unique about this school.
They're able to take a step out in the world coming from BIS.
I mean, people have become snake farmers, and there are people who are working for NASA. So you have the gamut from all over.
I think each person is their own person.
There is a spark. When I say spark, I mean there is a spark in that child.
What do you say about such a school? Is it the home away from home? Is it the unschool? Or is it an exception which must become the norm?
You never stop being a student. You keep learning all your life.
It's been a fantastic experience.
BIS possesses you. You really feel so happy that you are connected with a school like this. You were connected, and I still feel I am connected with the school.
There is a very beautiful atmosphere about the school.
I think that is what has made a student unique. Because he walks out of here or she walks out of here feeling special, and hence is willing to conquer the world.
You have been valued for who you are and not what you can do.
Nothing is perfect, but this is very close to that.
One thing is for sure. Once you experience something so unique, how can you ever leave it behind? Celebrating 50 years of nobody ever being ex-BIS. And here's to 50 more of the same.